Welcome, students, and what we're getting into now is just going with rotation. Just notice that these are called washers. Now, the last rotation I called disk. This rotation I call washer. It's really the same thing. The only difference with a disk and a washer is that the disk is connected to the X or Y axis, whichever one's connecting around or rotating around. And as it rotates, it doesn't have a gap in the middle. As you can see from the picture, and I just made this up randomly here, as I rotate this around and then rotate B around, so I'm going to rotate the big one, then rotate the small one, it's going to create a washer all throughout this whole shape. It's going to rotate the big circle, it's going to rotate the small circle, and make a washer like a hole or gap right through it. Well, from the previous lesson, just learning how to make area or find area, we always took top minus bottom. That's the integral that's given to you right here. Well, now we just have a big circle and we want to subtract the small circle. So again, the way that we find area of a circle is just pi r squared. These functions are going to model as the radius, the r squared, and there's the pi. And that's really the work of it. Again, if you have a calculator, this does make for easy work here. If you don't have a calculator, again, I posted one on the PowerSchool page. All right, so using this example in this problem, they're going from y equals 8x to y equals 4x squared. This is the top function, this is the bottom function, and it looks like it goes from 0 to 2, and we can test to see if this is actually 2. If you plug in 2 for this one, it's 16. If you plug in 2 for this one, 2 squared is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So yes, it does go from 0 to 2. And I still like to say top minus bottom. And that will give me the area just of that little section. Now, if I want to do a rotation around the whole x-axis, I just got to take each function, r squared, and put the pi in front. Again, I'm just going to type this into my calculator as a sample problem here, so 0 to 2. And the worst part about this is trying to make sure that you have all the parentheses in the right location. So just be careful as you type it in. I got, and of course it's going to give you a decimal answer. Let me turn it back into a fraction. 1024 divided by 15. And just don't forget the pi, the coefficient that was in the front. Again, it probably just takes more time just to type it in the calculator. Pi, check answer, and then there's my solution. Again, use the calculator. The calculator is very beneficial in this, but that's really a lot of the homework here. They're just rotating around the x-axis, And that's something that you should notice, and I'll try to model that on my picture as well. When we rotate around the x-axis, I'm going to put a circle around there. Eventually, we will rotate around the y-axis, which I think that's coming up later this week. All right, have a good day, guys.